crossing material has been around for years, whether it be music, video games, or TV shows. This was done in the 90s as a defiance of growing moralism in the mainstream media. It's stuff like Gross Out or Sociopath. These creators were going to war with the censors, and they wouldn't stop until the other side is gone. It was mostly done as a protest, but the people who later opted for this type of humor, they just think it's funny. Is there anything wrong with just being funny? This kind of humor can lead to unintentional nightmare fuel, which I've talked about in length. In the 90s and 2000s, there was an obsession with series comedy. I used to watch this a lot, but not so much later in life. I love some of these shows, but it's hard to imagine them being made today in this climate. This was often targeted as kids maybe the mirror their tough life growing up. I love some of these shows, but it's hard to imagine them being made today. Bullying is just not funny, no matter which way you slice it. In the 2010s, series comedy for kids started to take a downturn, and no amount of moral panic can justify this. Many of the creators that made this genre their reason for existing pretty much went down with their own ship. Maybe it isn't a good idea to suggest to kids that they can get away with horrible acts. That being said, this style is mostly alive in stories made for adults, which is okay, I guess. Maybe adults are handling this differently than kids. I'm not sure about. This even happened to YouTube. There were a lot of case in the site's early years. After the ElsaGate scandal where trolls created disturbing material with kids' characters, advertisers withdrew in a panic. To counter these degenerates, YouTube tightened up their censorship. You break one rule and they hunt you down like a pack of wolves. Creators like Shane Dawson and Filthy Frank, who thrived on this humor, were made an example out of, although they did do a content ship. Censorship has gotten so crazy that we can't even say certain words aloud.
To make our first circle, you will need one compass. Sorry, this is a family show. A kumpat.
We all need to make sacrifices to get rid of degenerates. But at what cost, though? It seems like these creators felt like there's no place for them here on this internet. The days of shock humor are pretty much gone, or at least there will be a light shower of this kind of material.